So this will be the final segment of our six-part series discussing healthy lifestyle choices and how to improve your general well-being. Now, there's a lot of talk in America about the problems arising from having a very unhealthy population. And there's so many things in our life that we don't have control over, such as the environment, or actually, we do have human beings have somewhat control over the environment.
Depending on how you look at your governmental body.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a Republican, obviously, that's just a hoax. But there are a lot of things that we are able to control, and that is our bodies. And I think that everyone should strive to being healthy. And one of those ways that you can, basically improve your overall general health is by getting involved in the community. I can't stress that enough.
Being conscious of your community, knowing what problems in particular are affecting your community, can make you more cognizant to understanding what needs to be done in your local area. If everybody affected their local area and we started looking across the board to see what was wrong, we would see, well, in that place they're doing fine and we're doing fine. And in no time, on a general average, we would be doing better.
Yes, it always starts with you when it comes to improving the overall spectrum of American health or whatever. And one of those things that people should do when they get involved is not only try to push for stuff or push for community programs that helps you understand what you eat, but then also you want to make sure that you are involved in community gardens. Now, it's definitely a good way to be social with other people, and it's a good way to exercise, and it's also a good way to, get foods that are healthy for you. It's a win-win-win-win. So,
you know where that food's coming from too, and one way to do that is put it somewhere you understand, and that might be as simple as your backyard or a community garden. But your backyard garden, as long as you have the right things implemented and pest deterrents, you can really keep that isolated and control a lot of what's going into it so that or at least you're more comfortable with the idea of eating it and what's going into it. So, you can build up higher ledges to deter certain animals. You can even put cages around certain parts of your food. You can even keep a mobile chicken coop. And I've seen this. It's like you build a mesh chicken coop, you put wheels on it, and then, they feed in a certain area, they fertilize in a certain area, then you slowly move them along to another space. Boom. You've got a good fertile plot to start your food on. So.
Yeah, chicken shit's actually a good fertilizer.
Yeah. High in nitrogen.
Yes. And then also, too, you don't even have to have, a farm. You can, a quarter acres is enough to be sufficient for, let's say, a couple people when it comes to vegetables and some kinds of fruits. The next thing that you should do when it comes to improving the overall health of America is talk to your politicians. Now, our political system is in a state where it's not too effective, especially our Congress. But you should write to your congressmen and your congresswomen and your senators and your local politicians to tell them that, hey, look, we want stuff, or we want programs out there that push for, communities making sure that they have healthy lifestyle programs that can instruct the general population and, what to eat and what not to eat. Even though a lot of this stuff is on the internet, it's still good that, as a government, you can have certain entities or you can fund entities that will improve the health of your citizens. So.
And that doesn't mean supporting GMO bans all the time. Sometimes it just means supporting local farmers markets, supporting the transportation market when it comes to how much taxation goes into food control and things like that, and what you can buy at the market.
And then also, too, when it comes to childhood obesity, I can't tell you, it's unbelievable how big of a problem obesity is in children in America.
Tell me about Maddie's story at McDonald's.
Oh my goodness, she said that, well, she basically worked there in high school and parts of college, and she said that, and then Maddie's my girlfriend, and she said that she would see kids who are like 10, 11, 12, sometimes even 8 or 9 or whatever, come in and they're literally like circles. They're that obese to a point where, you know, it's unbelievable. Like a 10-year-old will weigh 180 pounds when they're supposed to weigh like 110 or something, and it's just, I mean, there's so many studies out there that say that, you know, if you're obese when you're a child, it increases the chances of you having ailments later on in life, and then it decreases your lifespan in the long run. So these are things that need to be tackled, and I think a good way of tackling these issues is by educating parents. You know, we have a great public library system where I think we should fund programs that inform parents. Then also we need to offer incentives for food corporations to, you know, have healthy foods cheaper than junk food. Why is it that, you know, a pack of Skittles is cheaper than
a pack of fruit snacks?
I mean, it's unbelievable that these injustices can just keep going forward.
Also, going on with obesity and any kind of body image issues, that's something that's a problem in our society. Body image is something that affects a lot of people. A lot of people are not comfortable in their own skin. And I feel that my personal opinion is there is a healthy range for the body. Mm-hmm. But if someone doesn't fall in that healthy range, you shouldn't berate them. There should be a tactile situation, a strategy as to how to really gear somebody towards helping their body. Even if you're a little overweight, that doesn't mean you're unhealthy. You know what I mean? You could be 10 times healthier than somebody who's skinny, because that could just be
you see, like, you know, in America we have huge issues with people being on extreme sides of the spectrum, where either they're extremely skinny or anorexic, or they're extremely fat and obese. And these are things that need to be solved, because the cost of just obesity, not even smoking or, you know, all these other unhealthy lifestyle choices, but just obesity in America alone is like $110 billion in medical related costs every single year. I mean, imagine if just half of that wasn't spent on that. You know, like $60 billion, you can fund college education for every college student in the country with that kind of money. Or you could fix thousands of
interstate highways.
Oh yeah, maybe hundreds of bridges.
Hundreds of bridges.
It's just so
There's
much.
lots of stuff that could be done with that kind of money.
Yeah, lots of stuff. But instead we spend it on obesity. So I hope you guys enjoyed this series. Once again, this guy's name is Kerry. He's like my best friend. You know, BFF or whatever. But you know, and one thing that we always discuss, you know, in our, you know, when we're together, whatever, is being healthy. You know, exercising, playing basketball.
We went to the grocery store the other day, and this dude was like, "I'm gonna pick out this." I saw him reach for the cupcakes like there was a force field stopping him.
It was like,
no, don't do it.
Man, it's like my kryptonite, man.
You guys have to be careful with what you do, man. I mean, we know in our community particularly, because we're both black males, we talk about like certain things that affect our community in particular, and we live in Akron, Ohio, so things that affect our region. So there's just like, you gotta find people around you that you can have conversations with, and you want to increase the amount of diversity that you have in that conversation too, because then you can get a larger picture of what's going on.
Mm-hmm. So we really hope you guys enjoyed this series, and you know, we're always looking for feedback because we want to do more series in the future. This is probably the first time I actually did a set series on my YouTube channel. So I'm going to upload all these videos individually on my channel, and then we're going to have them all bunched together on his channel. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and you know, enjoy your day.